Hey everyone, so we're back here at the greenhouse and currently it's a rainy day outside. Okay, you can hear the thunderstorms and I thought that it would be nice to water some of our plants since that we're not getting any heat today. We can water a little more. I've already watered by the way, you can see here. So here we have our basin and late last night I was actually watering already and my plants are right there on the ground as well. But now I think it's time we water some of these hanging plants. So let's just switch the camera and let's go about watering those. Okay, so here they are. Here are our hanging plants. I haven't watered like for a week or almost a week. And yeah, some of these are already dry. You can see there. Okay, so let's just put it here. Yep, you can see there. Okay, it's kind of dry. Yep, but you can. I think I can say that some of these spurs have already grown after replanting it here. Okay, since the last time I showed it. So we also have this one. It has grown tremendously. You can see how much growth this one has made. Okay, I'm pretty sure that the hanging strands weren't this long the last time that I showed it. Okay, so we have that. Really nice. Okay, I'm just wondering if it's dry already. Let's check. Okay, I think it's kind of dry, but I believe that this one is more tolerant of like more moisture in their soil. So yeah, I'm thinking about watering it. Yeah, I haven't watered in 5 days, so this is already probably dry. So we can water that already. This is really like really nice how they have grown, and I'm really amazed because I haven't had success with these ones before. So I'm really amazed by that, how much strength they have right now. They're overflowing the pot. Let's just add a little more water. Okay. There we go. Some more water for you. We also have this one. Okay, it's dry already again. So let's just plop it into here. Yeah, you can see here the leaves have gotten really big. Let me just zoom in. Okay, see here how large these leaves have become. It's almost like 1/3 of my finger. Really large, really adorable. Yes, and we're watering them and we'll see how much bigger they can go. And I think this is also like being affected by the size of the pot, because I think that if you plant these spring plants in smaller pots, they won't grow as wide, they won't get larger leaves. So yeah, I think it's nice that I get to plant them in these large containers, get to see them reach their full like potential when it comes to their growth. They're just a little bit straggly right now. Okay, and we still have, I think we can still fit this one right at the middle. Okay, whoa. Okay, so it's sinking. Yep, that's nice. Okay, we have our other plants here. They're still all alive, but I've made some repotting recently. Oh, this one isn't doing so good. I think I'll have to repot that. I did some repotting. There's our repotted plants. Okay, I just let them root there. I don't give them too much sun. Right now it's a rainy day, but most of the days these past few days have been really hot, so I've just been letting them rest there. And we have some of our newly watered succulents right here at the bottom. You can see some burning on this one. Okay, that's not rot, I believe. Okay, but I still get some rot on my other succulents. Yep, so yeah, I think I will have to repot so that we won't have that much issue. Okay, so we have here all of our lovely succulents. You can see all the spots, okay, that have become more vacant because a lot of my plants have been dying. So yeah, that's just how it is. I'm just gonna like buy new plants when we get to the highlands, and then we'll fill it up those spaces a little more. We have our propagations right here. I need to water that as well. Okay, so you can see on this one, it's already saturated with water. Okay, the water has already reached the top layer. And yeah, we can already take that out, and we're gonna be replacing it with these Macdugalii. Let me just take this out, and we'll let it hang right here at the bottom of the greenhouse. Okay, so that it can have some time to rest. Okay, away from the sun. So we have that, and then we're gonna be doing this one. Okay, oops, another stem broke off. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna throw this out. You can see all the lovely growth it has produced. It's getting kind of straggly, and the main rosettes at the center are like really dehydrated right now. So I think it's just right that we watered. I think I didn't water for 5 days. Okay, because it was too hot. So I'm intending to replant actually some of my crassulas, because I think they have established themselves, and they're not doing anything anymore. They have produced some leaves, but I think that they will need a bigger pot so that they can grow more and we can fertilize them. Okay, so these jade plants, I think I will have to repot them. I have my large pots right here at the bottom. Okay, yeah, and my caverias, I'm not bothering with them too much because yeah, I'm afraid that I will kill them. You can see this one has held up pretty nicely, still alive. Okay, some of our plants are burning. Yep, that's sad, but some of them are looking still good. Okay, hoping they can survive. Okay, so we now have our setup, and you can see that the soil on these pots are moist already. So I'm just gonna take out these plants, and then I'm gonna be drying up these basins so that we can repot our other succulents. I'm planning to repot the jade plants right now, okay, since I don't have anything else to do. So yeah, I think it will be nice to repot them. Okay, let's just take this out first. I'm really glad that we don't have a lot of sun today, so we can work in the greenhouse and not sweat too much. Now let me just throw out the water here, and then I'll be drying this up so that we can do our repotting. Okay, so I have this rag here that is very dirty. Yes, I haven't washed this, but at least this to dry out the water. Okay. Okay, this is some of the tissues that we had on our plant hulls. Yeah, that's one way you can reuse these items. Okay, have that cleared up. Okay, now let's make our potty mix. Let me just grab my pumice right here. This is reused pumice. I've already sifted this out. Another. Okay, now let's get in our alnus compost, our main ingredient. There we go. I hope that this repotting doesn't kill my jade plants, because they're already doing so well, and I don't want them to die. But really, they've stopped growing, so I think it's about time we repot them. Let me just switch the camera, and then we'll go about repotting our jade plants. Okay, so I think I will be repotting this one, and okay, and this one as well. I hope they have some roots underneath them. Probably this one as well. I think this one is the least good looking one, I think. Though it's nice looking, but I think the pot is already too small for this one. Okay, I think they're already the same sizes right now. Okay, you can see there. Okay, look at that. Those are my really lush looking jade plants. Really nice. I really love the way they look. They're so lush, and they haven't been dropping any leaves recently, which is why I think that they are very healthy right now. And I'm really glad that I managed to keep these ones alive. Okay, so we will start with the most basic one. I'm actually really surprised at this time of the year that my jade plants and my sinisios are doing better than my echeverias and my graptopetalums, or my any other succulent for that matter. Um, I think I will buy more jade plants and sinisios in the future. Maybe the potting mix that I'm using on them, I will try to experiment using that potting mix on my other succulents just to see how they can grow, because these jade plants, these are the first plants that I experimented with the potting mix, because they're the ones that really struggle in my care, so I need to change my potting mix on them right away. My other Caverias sometimes will look nice for a while, but then they will start to deteriorate later on, which is why they don't get saved very quickly, because they still look nice even though if their potting mix is bad. They will look nice for a while, but then they will die later on. So that's what I think happens with my Echeverias, which is why I don't save them right away. Okay, but with the jade plants, sometimes they will deteriorate quickly, so I managed to change the potting mix right away, and now I'm finding I have success with this. Okay, so you can see here. Wow, look at that. Look at that amount of roots. Okay, I will not be messing that up too much, because that is already a fast draining potting mix on there. And you can see here, this it has some soilless potting mix on it because it has some carbonized rice hull, which you wouldn't find in alnus compost. Okay, those are carbonized rice hull right there I'm seeing. So it can survive with a little bit of soilless potting mix, but I will still recommend you add alnus compost to it. I'm also going to be like sprinkling a little bit of Osmocote so that we can see more growth on them. We're going into the spring season, which is why you want to boost your plant's growth with these. Okay, hopefully we can get a bunch of Jade Crassula ovata. We can make it grow into a bush later on. Okay, mix. I think this plant, the jade plant, is most sensitive. It will react negatively if you add more pumice into it. But I find with organic materials, it can tolerate cocoa peat really well, compared with other echeverias which doesn't do well in cocoa peat. They don't root in cocoa peat. This one will root a little bit with a little bit of cocoa peat in its potting mix, though I would not recommend you use your cocoa peat as your main ingredient in your potting mix. Cocoa peat is hydrophobic. It doesn't absorb water, and it doesn't dry very quickly. Once you saturate it, it won't dry very quickly if you use pure cocoa peat. Okay, so we have that. Wow, I really like the look of it right now. Look at that. Really nice looking jade plant. I love it. It's so nice. And I will have to probably water this later on. Okay. So this is the next one that we will be repotting. The sun is getting stronger right now. Okay. I'm placing my newly potted succulents down at the bottom of the greenhouse so that they won't get too hot. Okay. When you repot your succulents, when you remove them from their potting mix, or when you disturb the roots, they will become weaker when it comes to the sun. Okay, this one has less roots. Okay, but you can still see that it has made some root ball on there. Okay, so I forgot to add the potting mix first. Ooh, it's getting hot right now. It's the middle of the day. Send some osmocote on there. We'll put this right here. Okay. Just for the record, these are the longest living crassulas, longest living jade plants that I've ever had. Yes, these plants. These are my historical jade plants because they're the only ones that I've had success with. And I'm hoping that it will be cloudy skies from here on out, because I plan to buy more jade plants later on. So I hope that we get more success with them as we go along, because now we're seeing more success with these types. Okay, they look kind of nice, though in some of their leaves they look like they're disappearing. Their mutation is disappearing, and we have some burning right here. Okay, so that might not be good. Okay, we have some burning here. Here, some leaves that are turning normal, they're no longer mutated. Okay, so I don't know about that. They're already getting a lot of bright sunlight here in their space. That is their space, but they're still losing their mutation. Okay, so now I will just probably wait for about 2 days before I will water them, because they shouldn't be watered right after repotting. Be replanting this one next. Okay, so I'm hoping the camera can focus. My phone is struggling with the heat right now. Okay, get some nice root ball on this one. Okay, you can see there. It's really nice. So we will sink it here. There we go. I think I use a lot of pumice on that potting mix as well. But sometimes it will appear like my pumice is not that too much. But as I water, as the soil gets, gets pushed on by the water, sometimes the soil will come out and then the pumice will stay. So which is why the potting mix looks like it's pure pumice later on. Which is also why I would recommend you add some more soil at the start, organic materials, because some of those organic materials will still be drained out once you water. So if you don't want your organic materials to run out, I would recommend you add a little more at the beginning. This is really nice. It suits the pot really nicely. You can see here how well it had fit into the pot. It's like it's just meant to be potted in this pot, because the size is just right size for that pot. I really love the variegation on this one. Also, if you have been following the channel, then you would know that it has grown quite a bit as well. It has gotten wider. There are some longer leaves, and we haven't lost a lot of the bottom leaves. It hasn't dropped a lot of leaves. It also stayed like really vibrant. There's not a whole lot of burning. There is some burning on this one. So I think that the potting mix helps with that. It keeps the plant cool. Even if it gets hot, it will not burn too much because of the organic materials in its potting mix. It can keep itself cool. Though there is one jade plant that I have that is already burning, so we will get to that. I will show that to you right now. So this is the Hummel Sunset that I have, and of all the jade plants that I have around here, this one is struggling the most, though it's still alive. But I just know that this doesn't have a lot of organic materials in its potting mix, which is why I'm gonna repot it right now as well. Okay, because you can see here on the new growth there's already some burns appearing on that plant. Okay, let's just check how the roots are. Oh, oh, I'm actually surprised. We have a lot of fruits on that one. You know what? Probably doesn't need to be repotted. I changed my mind. Okay, so what I will probably do right now is I will backfill it, add a little more organic materials, and then take out some of the pumice, and then we'll add more organic materials. Okay. Add a little bit of smoke out on that. Yeah, but I think this is just dehydrated because there is a lot of fruits. I'm mistaken. So I think that it will benefit with a little more organic material and some more watering. I will probably just need to water this a lot more from now on. I'm really glad that this one has done well, even though it has some burning. Okay, I will just probably water this more, but maybe in a couple of days. I think for the last one, we will repot this ugly looking Regersii. I've had this for a while. I haven't showed it in our videos because I'm really not sure what to do with it, but right now looking at it, it still has some life on it, so might as well just repot it so that we can probably some more growth on that. Let me just grab a good looking pot. We'll be checking on the root condition of this. Oh, see, there's no root on this one. Okay, this is, I think, a patty mix of like pure carbonized rice hull. Okay, let's see. Yeah, see there? That's rice hull, and the plant doesn't establish in it. Yeah, which is why I'm not using pure rice hull anymore. But it's still alive somehow in that potty mix. But yeah, we're gonna be changing it up, and I just know that it will do better, this new potty mix. We're just not gonna expose it to the sun yet for like a few days, just so it can establish itself, and we will be top watering this one. I'm actually really surprised that this plant is still alive after all this time. It had insects on it, which is why you can see there's bite marks on the leaves. So it had been attacked by an insect recently. Okay, so I think that's about it for this crassula. Okay, hopefully it can look better later on. So for our last one, I think I will repot this really dried up Caveria. I think this is a baker or something. Totally neglected this one, but you can see some white roots on it. Okay, so we can establish that quickly. Okay, that's just what happens when you neglect your plants too much, especially those that are still like new. They will not look good. They will dry up. And it's been exposed in the full heat of the sun. Will these plants survive? Not sure anymore. So we will just be keeping this one at the bottom of the greenhouse so that it won't get sun. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so my phone's overheating right now, but I wanted to finish the video by showing you all of the plants that we have planted right here. Okay, these and this one. So they will be staying here on the ground, just so they can establish a little more. I'm really sweating, and they won't get the full blasting heat of the sun, but they will still have some ambient light so that they can establish and then they can root into the potty mix and they won't die in the scorching blazing hot sun. Okay, it was rainy and now it's very sunny. Really confusing weather right now that we have here in the Philippines. Okay, so now we're on the ground. Okay, because those are our plants. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about it for this video, guys. I'm really sweating right now, you can probably see. Plus it's also getting noisy outside, so yeah, I think I will end our video right here. If you liked what we did, please make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and yeah, just post any comments or any questions on the comment section that you want us to answer. I will try to answer that. If I don't answer it in the videos, I will answer it on the comment section. And I think that's about it for this video, guys. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.